What is going on, guys? PapaSea back from the Duel Links video for you guys. Today we are going to be looking at a Roid deck. A Roid deck that is actually not that bad. It's kind of gimmicky, relatively cheap, although I would say that there are some cards that you don't necessarily need 100% to play the deck, but it just makes the deck a lot better. Also, Epic Yami's going along. I think this is the second time this event came around. This is my first time seeing it. I don't know if these are good. If you guys let me know if he's worth farming, please let me know. Without further ado, though, let's get into the deck. So it is a Roid deck, like I said. Unfortunately, not using Cyrus. I feel like Cyrus isn't the best character for Roids. So let me explain the deck a bit. So the deck mainly revolves around Mixeroid. Mixeroid, I believe it's from the newest set, if I'm not mistaken. Warriors Unite. Yeah, Warriors Unite. Very actually good card. Only a rare. You contribute one machine-type monster, especially when one non-wins Roid monster from your deck, so you can't summon itself again. I guess that's why they did that. And then when it's in the graveyard, you can special summon, or excuse me, you can pay half your life points, banish any number of machine monsters from your graveyard, including this card, special summon from your extra deck one Roid fusion monster whose level is equal to the amount of monsters you banish. That never comes up. I did it once, but it is still kind of neat to have, because if you have 5 Roids in the grave, you can just bring out PapaSea, attack directly for 1600. That's kind of cool. This is really the main card of the deck. Now, this brings out any Roid, meaning you can tribute it and summon Armoroid. Armoroid, in that instance, is just a beat stick. 2700 is pretty good. It gets over Xian, gets over a lot of things. However, if you tribute summon this successfully by tributing at least one Roid monster, I believe you banish all spell traps on the field. That's kind of, I've never done that. I've never tributed. I'm playing Switcheroo, actually, so I can actually shuffle it back in the deck and draw another card, because I don't want to draw this. I want to summon this also off of Mixeroid most of the time. Then I have Steamroid, kind of as a beat stick, and also for Truckroid, or excuse me, also for the field spell, I should say. Truckroid's kind of the main card of the deck as well, along with Mixeroid. So, Megaroid City, what you do is you can, the main reason why you use it is, at damage calculation, you can switch the attack and defense of your Roid monsters by sending a Roid from your deck to the graveyard. So I usually just send Steamroid because it's kind of filler. It also fuels it for Mixeroid's other effect, which, again, doesn't really come up a lot, but it is something to keep in mind. And it also helps with Truckroid. Truckroid has 1000 attack, 2000 defense. When you switch its attack and defense, it goes 2000. That's very, very good. Has a very funny effect. When it destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can attach it to Truckroid, and it gains attack equal to that monster's attack. So, basically, you're going to kill something with between 1000 and 2000 attack for the most part, because they're going to attack you, you're going to activate this, they're going to die, and you're going to gain, like, somewhere between 1000 and 900 attack, which is, like, really, really good. I really like this card. Also, if you do the field spell effect, switch the attack and defense, you get the boost after the switch, I'm pretty sure. Meaning, let's say I have an Amazon Sword Woman equipped to this, which is 1500 attack. Without the attack and defense flip, I'd be 2500. But if I flip the attack and defense, I'll go up to 3500. I believe. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I think that's how that works. Which is kind of cool. Also has another effect, which kind of pairs nicely with Truckroid as well, where you can destroy one card you control to search for a Roid from your deck and add it to your hand. So what you can do is when Truckroid has an opponent's monster equipped to it, you can just destroy that monster and then search something, which is actually kind of nice. So you can see the synergy there. I actually really like this, because the Roid deck I played in the past was during Sylvan format, where a lot of people would set cards. So I'd play like 3 Drill Roid, 3 Steam Roid, and like a bunch of traps. That was my Roid deck, you know? Like, that's the best you could have done at the time. But I like how this deck is actually a Roid deck. Also playing 2 Cosmic to trigger Switcheroo a little bit easier. I think Cosmic is a very good card. You know, against 6 Samurais, if you banish the Dojo, it's actually really nice, because there have been times where I played against 6 Samurai player, and they activate Dojo, summon a level 4, and then I just Cosmic Cyclone the Dojo so they can't bring out their tuner, and then they just sort of pass usually. You know, you still have to deal with like the trap card, the strike, whatever, which I don't think is as great in the build that I'm playing, but if you have like full power 6 Samurais, I think that card's insane. It also gets rid of that trap card, which is nice. I think Canada, just because it's a generically good card. These two are just generically good cards. Honestly, you don't need them to play the deck. A lot of times people will complain about my deck saying, oh, how can you say it's budget when there's multiple URs? If the URs aren't indicative to playing the deck, like for example, you can play something without Canada and you can still use Mixeroid. You can still use the main function of the deck. That's what I mean by these two not being relevant. You could even argue that Windstorm and Curse are good in this deck as well, because you could Windstorm or Curse and attack over them with Truckroid, which is kind of cute. But the cards that I do think really help a lot will be Mirror Wall or Wall of D, whichever one. Like, if you have 3 Mirror Walls, just play 3 Mirror Walls, I guess. I think Wall of D is probably a little bit better. Because, again, with Truckroid, if you don't have the field spell, you have Wall of D. They attack, you Wall of D, take their monster, and it's kind of cool. Fusions really don't matter. The only one I really think that kind of matters is PapaSea, because it has the lowest level, so it's the easiest one to summon. But something like Super Vehicle Roid Jumbo Drill, you need 8 monsters in the graveyard to summon it. I have seen people play like a That Grass is Greener build of this, where you just use grass, that way you can fuel it for Mixeroid. I don't think that's that great, but maybe I'll try it out. This build, honestly, I've been doing pretty decently with. I've been doing pretty decent. I'm in the KC Cup. I haven't played, like, actual ranked with this deck, just KC Cup. I'm with the DLV 14. I'm not sure, like, how good the ranks are of people in this, DLV 14 or whatever. I'm not 100% sure, but I don't believe you can drop ranks in this part of the KC Cup. Maybe I'm wrong. Or I'm not really sure. But yeah, so we're battling against somebody who's also DLV 14 from New Zealand. Seto Kaiba. No idea what he can be using. Also, good thing about this deck is you could go first or second, which is kind of nice, because if you go second, you could just attack over stuff with Roid, and if you go first, you could just, like, set a trap. Alright, so let's get a game going here. I played against a Bujin player who was just playing so slow. I just forfeited. Like he had, like, Bujins have cards in the graveyard, like, 90 during another player's turn, and, like, he must have had his toggle on, because, like, literally every instance, like, I set a card, wait a minute, decide if he wants to activate, and it's like, you know, let's just battle somebody else, as I voice crack, who's not playing a deck like that. Alright, so we got balance with 24 cards. And we have a pretty decent hand. Pretty decent hand. Ideally, I want to draw the field spell, though. That would be great. I do have a Cosmic Cyclone, and I'm going second, meaning my Switcheroo has a chance to be active, which is nice. So, if he has a set card, I'm probably just going to activate my Switcheroo, or my Cyclone, just so my Switcheroo activates. I have Roid, I have Canadia. And worst case scenario, I could just Mixeroid into the big Roid. And be good. So we got 6 Sams, but he's playing Hand, which isn't a very popular card that they play. And we got 3 sets. Interesting. And there's the thing. So I will use Cosmic, because there's 3 back rows. I wonder what he's playing. Maybe he has that counter trap. Double-edged sword technique. Okay. Now, I could use my skill, but I don't think I need to yet. So I will use this. I am going to... I'll summon the Roid. I was going to summon Mixeroid and then go into Roid, but I feel like it's better to do this. Alright, so I'll set this. Now we battle. I like to put my toggle on for this, even though it always asks you anyway, just to make sure. Activates Asceticism. I believe you summon one with the same attack, right? Now which one should I attack? I have Canadia set. So, hold on. This destroys monsters, right? This is any card. I'll hit the Mizuho. Because that's more of a threat. Because I could always use Canadia on the hand whenever she summons something. So that's dead. And it's actually a mandatory effect, Roid too. Just so you guys know. Oh, and then Assassin kills that, I forgot. So that was the play. There we go. We're in a really good spot now, because I have a face-down Canadia, and my Roid's active. This is the deck, honestly, guys. Megaroid City, Roid, you know, Mixeroid to bring out Roid or Armoroid. They forfeit, because they definitely bricked. They're playing an interesting build, though. I was messing around with a 6-Sam build that was pretty much just Mizuho and Shinai, because they special summon each other. And then Mizuho tributes Shinai to pop a card, and then Shinai, when it's sent to the graveyard, or tributed, I think, one of the two, you can add back a 6-Sam card from your discard, or from your graveyard to your hand, which is kind of cool. And I think that could be... Like, the thing with 6-Sam is, like, obviously the best build is, like, you know, triple Keyzon, Dojo, stuff like that. But there's other variants you can still play that are good. That deck just has so many cards. Like, there's so many secrets, or 6 Samurai cards. Like, you have the regular 6 Samurais, which you play more control build, with, like, Grandmaster and Keyzon. And then you have, like, the legendary 6 Samurais with Kageki and stuff like that that you can do stuff with. And then the secret 6 Samurais, which is, like, the most common one because people just play Fuma and stuff like that. So we're going second, Mind Scan. We have the Cyclone, we have Roid. So we should have an active Switcheroo, meaning we'll get 2 new cards most likely next turn instead of just 1 because of the Switcheroo. Hopefully one of those is the Field Spell. The Field Spell will be very good here, or Mixeroid. Mixeroid wouldn't be bad. Please tell me you're playing Cyber Angels. I tried to build a Cyber Angel. Okay, rolling push. I tried to build a Cyber Angel deck last night, and like everything's semi-limited. All right, no sets. That's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. I have to summon the Steamroid. Yeah, unfortunately, we don't really have an optimal hand here. And I'm assuming my opponent has a live relinquish next turn, and there's nothing I can do about that. Nothing I can do with that. So Mind Scan, they changed Mind Scan too. I don't know if it's active until... I think if you lose 1,000 life points, it goes away. And I think it might only be active starting your 3rd turn, or something weird like that. Maybe it goes away after your 3rd turn. I'm not sure. But I know they changed Mind Scan since I last played this game a lot. So there's the bird. So he definitely has a live ritual spell. Yeah, or live ritual summon. Dude, I like never played Relinquished. And I know it's like a pretty easy to make. Oh, hey, Trunade. I think I lose here. And I'm just gonna take it. He's playing Relinquished, dude. Respect. But yeah, I think Relinquished like is mostly built off of Pegasus drops. Actually, now that I think about it, you need Sonic Bird and Senju, don't you? Which are still expensive cards. Because they're URs in really old sets. Which is unfortunate. And there's Relinquished. So you believe you like take a monster and gain 1,800? Or is it half? Alright, so you take it. Yeah, Relinquish is a really cool card. Really cool card. So I could Cyclone the Steamroid if I want. I think I have to do that. I'm going to activate my skill and put her with Truckroid back. I got a Wall D. I didn't really need that. I needed the field spell or a Mixeroid. I had to Cyclone it, which is unfortunate, but I need to get over it. And the thing that sucks is since Truckroid's effect is mandatory, I'm going to attach the Relinquish to myself when I obviously don't need it. Unless I set all 3 of these. Which I think I might do. I think I'm going to set all 3 of these just so I don't take the Relinquished. Although maybe it would be nice to take the Relinquish from him. I don't know, maybe I'll just take the Relinquish from him. Maybe it not being in the graveyard could help me. Yeah, so I take it and I gain 0 attack. Like, I don't know. Like, I know, like, Salamanders have Absolute Ritual, which uses the graveyard. I don't think Relinquish has a spell that uses the graveyard. But his Mind Scan should be gone now. He just ends his turn. Can I get a monster? Okay. I'm actually going to switcheroo. Because if I get a Steamroid or a Mixeroid, or the field spell, I win. Shuffle Wall D, get Wall D. Nice, dude. So I'll leave him at 100. No Sphere Karibos. Although I guess he's went through what? How many cards were in his deck? 16, 17, 18, 19, 23, I think. Okay. Here's the Mixeroid, just because I can. Just because I can. Oh, I think he forfeited. I want to summon my Armoroid. Come on, dude. Come on, dude. Don't forfeit, get the gems. I think you gotta play 3 games to get all your gems for the day, for the KC Cups, don't you? Yeah. So we're probably playing against like great decks. Like, yeah, we played against 6 Sams, but they were playing Double-Edged Sword Technique, which is not a good card, in my opinion. I'm gonna get Cheater's Coin. What does that skill do? For the more are 1,000 or more than your opponents, and you have at least 5 cards in your hand, all your coin tosses will land on heads. That seems hard to pull off. But I don't know, maybe somebody plays that in like Arcana Force or something, or tried. And we get a SR ticket for being 15. Dude, if I want to DL max with Roids. Ideally King of Games with Roids. But I don't know if I can. I'm going to try to stockpile my gems for the next mini box. And hopefully by then I'll have a lot of cool decks to build. Like, I'm tempted to spend gems on the previous mini box with not Cosmic Cyclone. What is it called? Psychic Wielder. Because I love Psychics, and I feel like Psychic Wielder will just really help a Psychic deck. But I only have like 3,000 gems saved up. This is a good hand. This is a good hand. Although Armor I don't want to draw, but still. These 3 right here, I want them in my hand. Especially these 2. These are the best cards in my deck. And I love them. Alright, so what are you going to do, Joey Wheeler, with your Christmas sleeves? I really like how they're adding more mats and sleeves and stuff, too. I don't know if they make older ones reobtainable. I think you can buy them in the shop, maybe. But this one that I have, I think is from April Fool's 2018. When they had, like, the Tristan event. Which is Tristan's unlockable now, isn't he? I think I have him. Do I have Tristan? Is Tristan unlockable? I think he is. I don't know if I have him, though. I know I don't have Tetsu Trudge. And Tetsu Trudge was relatively recent. Relatively. It might have been, like, October. Relatively recent thing. 3 sets. As a Joey Wheeler. Interesting. Interesting. So I will Mixeroid because I have 2 in my hand. We got a Floodgate. Oh! Marilla. What is that? Send one from deck to grave? Yeah. Wait, what did he just send? Oh, it's UAs. Oh. UAs are scary, dude. UAs are very scary. I don't think they're... I think they were meta at one point. A few months ago, but I never really played against them. Weren't they the deck that, like, abused Cyber Style? Isn't the reason why Cyber Style got nerfed largely because of this deck? Or is that... Maybe that's Vampire? I know Vampires and UAs were, like, really good at the same time. And, like, I try to play again at that point. He just shotguns the Cosmic Cyclone. Okay. There's no way he knew what that card did. Like, he definitely just saw me activate and just was like, nope. There's no way he knew what that card... Nobody knows what that card does. Alright, he only has 1 card in his hand, so he'll have 2 when he draws. He has the trap in the graveyard. Yeah, this is actually kind of bad. I think we might lose. I might have to... Oh, I need my switcheroo to be active next turn. So I could Mixeroid into my Armoroid and be bigger than everything. And hope that I don't draw the Armoroid again. Like I drew the Wall D again last duel. Alright. Gonna add Mighty Slugger. Yeah, they have low defense, so... Actually, why does that matter, the low defense? It doesn't. Am I gonna summon that? Gonna kill me. So now my switcheroo is active. Alright. We get the Waldy. That's nice. Gonna shuffle you back. Another Waldy. I can summon Truckroid and set 2 Waldys. And then I'll have a 3000 tax Truckroid. Your opponent can activate cards or effects in the damage step. Well, darn. I lose. My only chance, right, is if I summon Truckroid in attack position and bait him. And have him summon another monster and attack with that. And then I double Wall of D in his face. And take his monster. That's my only chance, really. But I don't think this guy's dumb, and I don't think he's gonna let me do that. Like, he's gonna attack with this first, so I can't activate anything. And then summon whatever else and win. But if he does, you never know. You never know, dude. Anything can happen. Anything's possible. So he's summoning something. Okay. This is fine. This is fine. Get it, Mighty Slugger. Is he gonna summon it? 2 Mighty Slugger? Yeah, we lose. We lose, unfortunately. Well, on to the next one. That was quite unfortunate, but, yeah, this deck loses to Aging Gears, by the way. I forgot to mention that, if you couldn't tell. Because you can't use your traps, and that's really bad. Because this deck is sharp. That's the case with a lot of decks of Duel Links. Like if you want to make any deck good in Duel Links, just put a bunch of back row in. You know, put your Wall Ds. Put your Super Rush even. Super Rush is still decent, isn't it? And we got a Crowler. So you guys can see me get onslaughted by Aging Gears. Most likely. That's a sick mat. I didn't play this event. But it seemed like a good one. Alright, I'll set the Wall D. And I feel like I have to go to Truckroid. Or, not Truckroid. The big guy. Because he has big guys too. Let's do that. I'll just pass. Yeah, middle age max. I do like the nerf into middle age back though. I think that was a really good balancing thing. Because a lot of times when they nerf skills, they just completely make them useless. But this one, like, it's still good. It's more fair. It only goes on your turn, not just from the start. So that way, if you go second, you'll get 2 counters right away for free, basically. And I like that. Alright, is there anything you can do? Set a card face down. Is that it? Summon the Pathfinder, you're going to get the field spell. And, like, what? Summon Breaker and pop your own field spell? Is that what you're going to do? No! Why would you not activate it? I guess Cosmic Cyclone is a threat. That makes sense. I could actually Mixeroid into Steam Gyroid, or not Steam Gyroid, Steam Roid and potentially win. I think I'm going to go for that. Because if his back row's a bluff, then that's good for me. Although now I give him another counter, which isn't good. Also, the funny thing about the field spell is too is you can be cheeky and like sometimes your opponent would have say 1500 life points and you attack with the truck roid and they'll let the attack go through, but then you'll switch the attack and defense when they have a card they can activate and they'll lose because they won't realize. So it's kind of funny. All right, so what do you have? You have something to activate on this? Canadian. Okay. That's fine. So he is definitely going to have a play next turn. There's no way he doesn't. You have the field spell. You have 2 counters. What was that? 5 cards in hand. You got to have something, dude. You got to have something. I know it. Ancient Gear Fortress. I'm not really sure what that one does. We're just going to roll with it. Can't you tribute this or something? You know, one Ancient Gear card from your deck to your hand, except if you're wanting not to set cards for the rest of the turn. Oh no, I thought this one was like Mixeroid basically, but I guess not. And I can't activate set cards, but I could win next turn, can I? Because that's 700 damage there. Oh, I could activate this? I should activate this. Wait, no, his Canadian is gonna come back. Never mind, I don't win next turn. Although, now his monster dies, so I actually might still win next turn. Because he loses more attack. So yeah, I win next turn. Because I summon Chuckerwin and just triple attack. Unless he has a Sphere Karibo, but I don't think this deck plays Sphere Karibo. He kinda, I don't know. I don't think he should have summoned back to Canada. Alright, let's take the Canada with Chuckerwin. Or not, because he gets banished. That's right. That's game. So you guys gotta kind of see how the deck worked there. Kind of some interesting duels against interesting decks. Like, I'm still not fully familiar with the meta. I don't know the standard Ancient Gear build. I don't know if Planet Pathfinder said. I would assume it is. Server error number 1. I've never seen that. And the overworld's gone. And I can't click anywhere. Well, I want to show you guys my deck again. But, apparently I can't. So, yeah, basically, premise of the deck, Mixeroid, summon Truckroid, or the big Armoroid if you need big attack instantly because it's 2700. Use the field spell to switch Truckroid's attack and defense. It goes to 2000, which is bigger than a lot of things. A lot of at least 1-drop normal summons. Kill them, take them, get big attack, use Wall of D, Mirror Wall to help you with that. Cosmic Cyclone for your switcheroos to shuffle back your Armoroids because you don't really want to draw them. Shuffle back any draw card. Switcheroo in general is a really good skill. Like, it's a really good skill. Any deck that plays Cosmic Cyclone, you should consider Switcheroo. That's it for today, though. Hopefully you enjoyed the Roid deck. I don't really have any other decks planned outside of a few 6-Sam variants, which, like, I don't know if people really want to see 6-Sam variants. I'll mess around with some things and see what I can do. I'll try to upload, like, you know, at least a couple times a week on this channel because I do like playing Duel Links again. It's not taking over my life like it did before because I was, like, chained to my phone auto-dueling and grinding KC Cups, and it was crazy. Either way, I'm rambling. Thanks so much for watching. Have the rest of your day. I'll see you all next time, and bye-bye.